All right, good morning, everyone. Yeah, thanks for all the comments been flying in. For those of you that are on social media, you can see those on streaming. Unfortunately, you're like, why are we listening to this music over and over? But a lot of you reporting in, coming in close to, what is it, Adam? Nearing an inch, I believe, for your location, 0.93. I think, actually, let me check my ring gauge. Let me kill the music because we're also DJs around here. All right, so hold on one second. Let me reset this. Yeah, we had a decent down. It was in phases, right? Little clusters that came through and that did produce. I'm at 0.56 is what my house is into Southern Jefferson. So some areas, I'll show you some of the totals on some of the MSD gauges in just a second. But yeah, right on cue for that heavy rain to move through. We are worried about how much of an influence it would have on the morning drive. Impacted my route. Part of the road was closed off there for a while this morning. I think it still is because of an accident and ponding of water. Just watching, especially on I-65 near the fairgrounds, Curtin Drive area. I've had a horrible hydroplane crash there several years ago, and I haven't forgotten it because I just remember how much water was pouring off the side when the interstate kind of has a tilt to it. And I'm telling you, if you don't take it to a crawl through there, you can lose control. And I don't care how good of a driver you are, you're going to feel that. And that's where I think 80% of our crashes are every day is in that spot. So please be careful out there. Take it slow. The first round is moving east. We do have more coming. I don't see as much action, though, for now, as you're about to see for later on today. But tomorrow is looking quite noisy. So I'll go through that here in just a second on that setup. All right, let's do a quick update on Ernesto because I don't want to ignore Ernesto. And this hurricane's went through a lot, so we need to give it some diligence, right? It's out in the Atlantic, so it's not bothering anyone yet. If you look carefully, the very top of the screen, that where's my marker? There it is. That is Bermuda right here. So it is north or south of Bermuda. Bermuda is north of Ernesto. Not as organized, right? You can tell that there's certainly some dry area entrenching on the southern side and some shear as well influencing it. So it is slowing down, but it is already getting kind of torn apart. The outlook is still hold on to at least a Cat 2 strength as it gets closer to that landfall period. It may make a landfall in Bermuda late tonight, early tomorrow. We'll let you know because we have some of our camera feeds there. But then after that, it really will have a tough time on maintaining much of an intensity and eventually becomes an extratropical characteristics to it. It'll stay tropical all the way into the Maritimes and until it gets all the way potentially into England. Not New England, but England later on for the following week. So these things do a lot of traveling. But anyway, it's not bothering a huge area of population, but obviously our thoughts go out to Bermuda and we'll be monitoring the trends there. All right, for us, well, I was going to show the fair. I'll show the fair in a second. Let me show you what it looks like in downtown. And I'm showing this because the buildings in downtown for a while here, just the tops have been completely cut off because just low ceiling today. There's so much moisture again in the air today. We're just saturated, and that has led to the heavy downpours in the area. All right, there is the fairgrounds. Day number 2. At least right now, it's all about exhibits, right? Not about the throwaway anyway. So just enjoy your time inside and get you some pens and free rulers or something. Just don't fall for that one the truck that's been around since I've been around of the dollar bill in the animal area. I think it's the cows. If you see a dollar bill on the ground, I know you want to be a good Samaritan or you want to be a thief. I don't know. But don't touch the dollar bill. It's a trick. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Been here for a while. You've seen it, I'm sure, a million times. That and the spider. Okay, here we go with the rain in the area from the past 24 hours. Notice Indiana, the totals on the gauges, on the numbers reset, but you see the amount shows where you got some of the heaviest that came through. And you needed some decent rain. You were missed in the past couple rain events, so this was not exactly a bad thing for you all. And then it has become a little more scattered in nature. Some areas that look like got missed. Southern areas of Taylor County, Greene County, into parts of Adair. We'll look at the radar trend, and then it looks like part of Perry County got some of the lower end of the totals. Even I would say parts of Spencer kind of fell into a gap as well there. But that's just radar, estimates so far. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have a spammer? Oh my goodness. Hold on. It's been a while. So let's see. Do I want to? No, I don't want to star the spammer. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Cross the T. Go the. No, don't show it. Don't show it. Oh my goodness. No, don't do that. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Why is there no just delete button? just just a delete button. These spammers are getting to the point now. We're like, haha, you can't even delete us. Okay, well, nobody click on Gabriel if you don't mind. Just ignore that. Sorry about that. Always such a pain when they pop in there. They're getting smarter. Anyway, don't click on Gabriel. Here are some of the totals in the Metro: 1.29 into Sellersburg. Look, yeah, well, I would say Southern Jefferson County did get skipped quite a bit, especially the southwest side and near the airport. But again, I got my about 4/10 or 5/10 of an inch, over a half inch of rain is where I got. So higher totals in pockets there in Southern Jefferson. I know from what I had. And then some higher totals off to the north and to the east. If you have any rain gauges, like Adam did, let me know what you have for rain totals in your area. Okay, now as we're looking to see if we're going to get some of these gaps to fill in, just look at the visible satellite in the radar. This is right now on a loop. And, well, areas that were skipped in Perry County, not much coming your way at the moment, a couple of spots. But, hey, there's some hope here for Green and Adair. You're about to get hit with a nice little pocket of heavier rain. So you'll catch up with the rest of us here very soon. And looks like the rest of the region's actually going to calm down. So let's do a quick tour. We'll begin into Indiana and the Louisville area. And again, we had that heavier rain that moved through. You could tell why some areas were indeed skipped just by the split nature that the bands were in, that one solid rain band, right? So you tell why Indiana got just hit with some of the heaviest rain and then off to the east. But Louisville right now, it's just wet. A lot of spray being kicked up on the semis when you're driving around town, but we're drying out. Drains are helping out. So things are easing here in Louisville and for Indiana. As we get down to the south, say into southern Kentucky, I mentioned already what was going on there into portions of LaRue, Hart, and Green and Adair. Nothing severe, by the way, noted here, guys. These are just heavy rain makers and some lightning, your typical summertime thunderstorms. And looking to our west, the front and the boundary is still in the area, but the best wind field that we've had today was this morning. It was a low-level jet leading to the surge of heavy rain. Well, that is weakening, which is why they are weakening this morning. So we're losing that. So there's not much of a wind field for the rest of the day. We are now at the mercy of bumper cars today as the clouds break up and the sun comes out, and there's going to be a boundary in the area, some smaller boundaries from the earlier rain. It's pretty messy. So what will happen is you're going to get these little just random storms that'll pop. They may not even become thunderstorms, just random downpours. And I think we're going to start that probably about 3 or 4 o'clock today. It'll take a few more hours. So at 3 or 4 today, and they'll begin to pop roughly along the Ohio River and drift to the south. But we're not going to see a repeat of this kind of coverage this afternoon or even this evening compared to what we've had now. So right now, everything looks decent later on. It's just going to be a humid afternoon, hot at times. If we get enough heating, we can get to 90. Yeah, absolutely. And be aware there will be a couple of thunderstorms. Could 1 or 2 be strong? Yes, they can, because what we call downdraft cape, that is elevated today. So you get your downburst winds. But as far as general wind for them to organize into a line of storms, a squall line, or into supercells, that is missing. That is missing today. So that is good. So we don't have as much of a worry there, and it's mainly why we have just the marginal risk. It's for the pulse, severe potential for 1 or 2 that could get up to brief wind levels, but yeah, most of the area is looking pretty good. So I like how things are playing out. So let's show you it on future. Whoa, that's a really fast future cast. I don't know why I did it that way. All right, let's go through this hour by hour. Pay attention to the clock to the top left, and I'll walk you through it. Here's how to initialize this morning. Okay, all right. It's not. It's actually not bad. Not too shabby. So as it moves along to this afternoon, we got a few 90s that show up. Again, here we go. A few little pop-ups here and or there. This is what we call the pulse thunderstorms that develop. 1 or 2 can be gusty and strong. could even get severe thunderstorm warnings sometimes out of this. They would be brief warnings for like 15 minutes, and then that's the only severe thunderstorm warning of the entire afternoon and evening is one storm. This is the kind of setup that can do that. So I don't want you guys to think that you're not going to get severe weather today. It's the severe weather risk is very, very low. Just be on guard. Make sure you have a way to get notified in case one or two of these smaller ones pop. But majority of you are going to be away from the thunderstorm action for this afternoon. So this is not a bad Friday afternoon evening setup. All right, we get into the overnight, a couple more. This is going to be one of those setups where I think we're going to have overnight random downpours as well. Nothing like this morning, but random downpours will be around. But here's where there is a bit of a change. And this is where we get into Saturday, because we're still dealing with the spin of the low itself, and it's throwing down not just really one cold front, it's several fronts that move in, kind of like a spoke on a tire of a bicycle tire. It's spinning around. So one came through this morning, one's coming through this afternoon, but it doesn't have a whole lot to work with. So we're only looking at just spotty downpours. One rotates in for Saturday afternoon, and then one more on Sunday. Now, as each one of these pinwheels around, it will have less and less moisture to work with, A, and B, it itself is moving away from us and heading toward Pennsylvania to where the spokes won't be bothering us much longer. But we're still in spoke land, not Spokane, to be clear. So as we advance this, notice as we head throughout Saturday morning, a couple spotty showers here and there, but here we go. All right, 2, 3 o'clock. This gets a little busy, right now, we have a marginal risk, by the way, on severe weather because the wind fields, again, are weak. If anything, if you're going to get a warning, it'll probably be for hail out of some of these. But this, again, is about 2 to 4, 2 to 5 Saturday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. Be aware of scattered showers and storms. If you're going to the fair, don't change your plans or anything like that. Just be aware to dodge these and get inside for a moment while they pass. And then you get back out and enjoy everything outdoors as well. But you may have to do a lot of back and forth. That's why the fair has it's set up the way it does, is that you are able to do just that and still enjoy your time. For everything else happening outside, you're just going to have to be weather aware carefully. All right, this model stops at 1 a.m. Sunday. If it were to continue, it would show a few more that would try to form Sunday afternoon, but a little smaller, not as much on a severe threat at all, just small little speckling of showers on Sunday, and then Monday we're done. Okay, did that all make sense? I feel like I really went through a long rant as I usually do today. Any questions I can try to answer? Can we have snow instead of rain? We can, but that will require equipment. Let's see. Carrie, we got the majority ones in north and south as usual, just south of Hardinsburg. Okay, yeah, were in that little pocket we were picking out, Breckenridge and Perry. There's a chance 1 or 2 this afternoon could get you. Otherwise, we may have to wait till tomorrow, Carrie, to get the next round there. Let's see. We need an intern to deal with the spammers. Look, we need interns to deal with a lot of things. I need like 5 assistants. No, I don't. That's not like a baby when I say that. I can handle it. I'll be all right. I can handle these spammers. I just got to figure out where they are on the dark web, and I'll find them. Ashley, no tornado makers, just heavy rain. Yeah, this is not a tornado setup. The only time you can get random tornado warnings that come up in this scenario is when the storms can collide and the shear itself is very low level, like lowest 1,500 feet in some cases, very low level. And they're just quick little spin ups. They don't last very long, but sometimes they can trigger a tornado warning. And then the drama of the tornado warning is over in seconds because we've realized it's already gone. So this is not a supercell giant tornado EF4 on the ground kind of scenario. It's nothing like that. All right. These are mainly just pockets of wind here and there, but heavy rain and lightning is by far leading the way. So put your mind at ease there on Ashley. This is not a setup that we are overly concerned on. That's why at the moment we do not have any alert days out because we don't see any damaging weather, widespread damaging weather that would cause problems. We don't see that signal, so there's no alert day. Devin, thank you, Devin, for your report. 1.3 into Floyd County. All right. You guys look good. I think you're all right. All right. I'm going to go and get ready for midday because I can go through this midday data to see how the weekend is looking and trending still. Let me, before I do that, quick update on the longer term. Here's the weekend forecast. We're going to go 40% both days, Saturday and Sunday, just to account for the spokes, the tire spinning over us. Again, less and less coverage as the weekend evolves. Not a washout of a weekend by any stretch. Next week, we get behind the system finally and get into that pocket of blue, which is below normal temperatures, lower humidity. And guess what, guys? I think it is going to last every single day next week. It may take until next weekend to even get into a south flow to get perhaps a shower or thunderstorm to pop back up. So take a gander at this. Yeah, look at that. Upper 80s to around 90 with thunderstorms the next couple of days. And then after we get the tire and the spokes out of our way, nice. Lower 80s for a few days even. And then getting back to summer levels by next weekend, but not much in the way of rain at all. So if you need some rainfall, and some of you do, especially you farmers, you can't go too long without rain, even if you've had a heavy rain event a week ago. This is it the next couple of days, because after that, we're going to go through a fairly lengthy dry spell for the area and fairly cool for summer anyway. All right, guys, take care. I will see you guys on the flip side. Take care, everyone.